excited to speak with you here as you have had an incredible journey through a SPAC merger. And I know you're pretty huge in this world of, therapy, physical therapy, outpatient therapy. Tell me about your journey here at this point now and what you're hoping for.
Hi, Nicole, and thanks for having me on today. It's a pleasure to speak to you and your audience. As you mentioned, we just went through a SPAC IPO. ATI Physical Therapy is the largest single branded physical therapy provider across 24 states. We have almost 900 clinics in the U.S. And our roots started off in the Chicagoland area. That's our home, where we have close to 200 clinics. We closed our deal last week by combining our organization with Fortress, who's been a long-time investor in ATI, and glad to be publicly traded as of last week as ATI, as you mentioned.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, now is a good time for you, I guess. I know you're here a leader in this area. You're raising obviously some capital. I guess you'll pay off some existing debt. I mean, what are you going to do with all the new money that's coming in here?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's exciting for us to have the flexibility, and as you mentioned, being a privately held company, we had pretty high debt ratio, and with this transaction, we're able to get down to a 3 net debt ratio in 2021, and as we get back to normal in 2022, we'll be down to a 2. So it gives us the ability to continue our growth strategy, which is de novos. We're building roughly 90 to 100 de novos a year over the next 10 years, and then look at some M&A opportunities. This is a very fragmented industry, Nicole, and 38,000 providers, clinics in the outpatient physical therapy space in the U.S., and 10 players collectively have less than a 12% share. So we're excited about the flexibility and excited about our growth journey in this space.
Right, yeah, so those are some big expansion plans. Tell me about your physical therapy immune. Is it, when you look at what's going, is it really immune to what we're seeing in telehealth trends? Is physical therapy okay remotely, or we really got to do it your way? Do you do both? Do you see more success with some over the others?
So first of all, physical therapy is on the right side of healthcare. And by that, I mean, it's a much lower cost alternative than expensive procedures, MRIs, CAT scans, addictive opioids, surgeries, and long hospital stays. During COVID, we actually launched a telehealth offering. We did that within 4 weeks. And since then, we've seen over 50,000 patient visits. To be very clear, you cannot eliminate the in-person therapy needed between a doctor of physical therapy and a patient to get them back to their function and mobility. In our organization, we pride ourselves on very differentiated outcomes in the industry and fantastic NPS scores. So telehealth is a convenience offering. It was important during the pandemic. It cannot replace the hands-on therapy.
Right.
So a combination of the both is a win-win for the patient and for the provider as well.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago, as you mentioned, was the starting place, or at least your hub, right? When we go from coast to coast, tell me about the expansion plans one more time so we fully understand, because I know that you have, physical places that you go to and get this therapy. Sure,
yeah. So we are an outpatient physical therapy provider. So yes, you do come into a very convenient location on the corner of Main and Main. What we've talked about is we're looking to add 930 de novo clinics over the next 10 years, just in geographies where we currently operate. And what that does is it gives us density in the geographies. There are geographies that we don't currently operate in, and this is where we'd be looking at some potential M&A opportunities. Again, a very fragmented industry with 38,000 physical therapy clinics in the U.S., and the top 10 players, which include us, USPH, which is also the publicly traded pure play comp, and then the rest are middle market PE-backed players, collectively have 10 to 12% shares. So there's a significant opportunity to consolidate this industry and take share.